Can you imagine a universe where waste is so reckless, so utterly defiant of logic, that it screams something extraordinary is at play? We can, the humans declare, and oh, how that simple phrase chills the cores of galactic scholars. No species, no matter how advanced, throws resources into the void with such reckless abandon unless they've stumbled upon something that renders such extravagance irrelevant. What could it be? What secret do these earthlings clutch so tightly that it lets them dance on the edge of ruin without a care? The question haunts the Galactic Science Academy, a collective of minds so vast it could map a nebula in a day. Yet, humanity's defiance of reason stumps them all. The most unsettling revelation, the one that sends shivers through even the most stoic alien researchers, is the pattern of human triumph. Every civilization that dared to challenge Earth, each one light years ahead in technology, culture, and intellect, left behind warnings carved in cosmic stone. And every single one met extinction. How is that possible? These ancient societies, with their star-forging engines and quantum symphonies, were obliterated, while humanity, armed with what looks like laughably primitive tools, emerged victorious every time. The math doesn't add up. The Academy's latest thesis, whispered in hushed tones across research stations, declares this statistically impossible. Unless humans have access to something that shatters the very laws of physics. Could it be a weapon? A force? A truth so wild it rewrites reality itself? One warning, preserved with eerie clarity by the long-vanished Crystal Sphere Syndicate, burns itself into the minds of those who read it. We thought their physics was wrong. Turns out, our physics was wrong. Their physics is worse. Do not attempt to correct their mathematical errors. The errors are not errors. They are bars on a cage. Bars on a cage. What does that even mean? Are humans trapped? Or are they the jailers? The words pulse with dread, as if the syndicate's final act was to scream across the stars, "Stay away." The idea that humanity's so-called mistakes, those sloppy equations and bizarre theories, might be deliberate is enough to make even the bravest researcher tremble. What kind of species builds a cage out of broken math? And what is locked inside? The mounting evidence has birthed a galactic obsession, Earth-watching. Can you believe it? Entire species, from tentacled scholars to crystalline collectives, now spend their days glued to human broadcasts, sifting through sitcoms, newsreels, and those bizarrely addictive cat videos for clues. What are they hiding? The humans' endless stream of apocalyptic movies, tales of zombie plagues, alien invasions, and world-ending meteors, raises every antenna in the galaxy. Why are they so obsessed with catastrophe? As one hive mind analyst, its thoughts buzzing like a storm, put it, only a species intimately familiar with containing world-ending threats would spend so much time imagining new ones. It's chilling, isn't it? The idea that humanity's fiction might not be fiction at all, but a playbook for survival. Every blockbuster could be a coded warning, a glimpse into the terrors they've already faced, or the ones they're preparing to confront. The Galactic Research Council, in all its bureaucratic glory, couldn't resist meddling. What do bureaucracies do when faced with a mystery? They form a committee, of course. After poring over the unsettling data about Earth, they decided to assemble a team of experts. Though, let's be honest, finest might be a generous term for this ragtag crew. Leading the charge is Dr. Zeal, a gelatinous blob of cognitive fluid who's less a scientist and more a cosmic survivor. Immortal? Unkillable? Oh, you bet. Zeal survived 3 supernovas, and even endured the infamous Galactic Cuisine Festival, where a particularly spicy dish nearly dissolved their entire form. I volunteer because I'm essentially immortal. Zeal bubbled at the first team meeting, their enthusiasm rippling through their translucent body. Also, my species doesn't believe in filing posthumous reports, so no paperwork if I get vaporized. Can you imagine the confidence? The sheer audacity to laugh in the face of danger like that? Zeal's not here for glory. They're here because nothing in the universe can take them down, or so they claim. Then there's the team's tech wizard, Quantum Intelligence Unit 359B, who insists on being called Bob. Why Bob? Who knows? This quirky AI resides in a vintage toaster, of all things, its circuits humming with what it proudly calls artisanal code. What's that, you ask? Code so chaotically written, so gloriously nonsensical, that no hacker in the galaxy could ever crack it. My security through obscurity makes me perfect for this mission, Bob declared, its toaster glowing faintly with pride. Also, I'm the only one who actually watched all of Earth's cat videos for research. All of them. Can you picture it? An AI stuffed into a retro appliance, binge-watching hours of fluffy felines leaping into boxes, all in the name of science. Bob's not just along for the ride. They're convinced those cat videos hold the key to humanity's secrets. Maybe they're onto something. Or maybe they just like cats a little too much. The team's mission is as daunting as it is thrilling. They're not just studying Earth. They're plunging into the heart of a cosmic enigma. What makes humanity so dangerous? Is it a technology they've buried deep, a force they've tamed, or something far stranger? The warnings from fallen civilizations paint a picture of a species that defies logic, that thrives on chaos, that builds cages out of errors and calls it science. Every broadcast, every movie, every scrap of human culture is a puzzle piece, and Zeal, Bob, and their eclectic crew are determined to solve it. But the deeper they dig, the more questions arise. Are humans the victims of their own cage, or its architects? Is their wasteful, reckless existence a flaw, or a strength? And what happens if the galaxy's finest minds accidentally rattle the bars of that cage? The stakes couldn't be higher. The galaxy watches, breathless, as this unlikely team ventures toward Earth. Will they uncover a truth that saves the cosmos, or unleash a force that dooms it? Zeal, with their unshakable optimism and unkillable form, leads with a boldness that's as inspiring as it is reckless. Bob, toasting away in their vintage shell, sifts through human data with a mix of genius and absurdity. Together, they embody the galaxy's hope and its fear. Because if the warnings are true, if humanity's errors are indeed the bars of a cage, then the real question isn't what's locked inside. It's whether the galaxy is ready to face it when it breaks free. Oh, what a terrifying, exhilarating mystery. What secrets will Earth reveal? And will the universe ever be the same? Oh, can you feel the electric buzz of anticipation coursing through the galaxy? The mission to unravel Earth's enigma is underway, and the team, oh, what a team, is a dazzling mix of brilliance and chaos. Rounding out this cosmic crew is Mex Photon, a radiant being of pure light whose very essence sparkles with the promise of discovery. Mex specializes in observation, capturing events from multiple dimensional perspectives all at once. Can you imagine the spectacle? Their recordings are legendary, though, truth be told, they're often drenched in so many lens flares they could blind a star. I promise to capture everything in stunning 45D. Mex beamed at the team's first meeting, their glow pulsing with excitement. Though, fair warning, I do get a touch of lens fog in high-anxiety situations. It's just my light getting nervous. Nervous light? How does that even work? Yet, there's something endearing about Mex's quirks, a reminder that even beings of pure energy can feel the weight of this mission. The planning sessions? Oh, they were a glorious mess, a whirlwind of genius and absurdity. Dr. Zeal, that gelatinous marvel, couldn't help but get carried away, accidentally absorbing vital equipment whenever their enthusiasm bubbled over. Oops, was that the quantum scanner? Zeal gurgled, rippling with embarrassment as they spat out a slightly gooey device. Bob, ever the eccentric, insisted on running all mission protocols through their bizarre operating system, complete with a version of Doom, of all things. Why does an AI in a toaster need a first-person shooter? No one knows, but Bob's toaster hummed with pride. Mex Photon's early mission footage? Pure chaos. It looked like a mashup of a gritty documentary and an avant-garde film, with lens flares dancing across every frame. Can you picture the team trying to make sense of it all, shouting over each other in a cramped research vessel? It was organized chaos at its finest. Let's go over the mission parameters one last time. Dr. Zeal gurgled during the final briefing, their form quivering with a mix of nerves and excitement. We approach Earth, we observe the humans, we figure out what they're guarding, and, most importantly, we try not to join the long list of extinct civilizations. Got it. Bob, perched in their vintage toaster, popped up a stack of burnt mission diagrams, actual toast, and chimed in. I've analyzed every possible approach vector. My advice: steer clear of what humans call the internet at all costs. The memes alone could fry our shields. Memes as a weapon? The idea was absurd, yet terrifyingly plausible. Mech's photon flickered thoughtfully, their light casting prismatic patterns across the room. I've been studying their entertainment broadcasts, they mused. Did you know humans spend an insane amount of time making shows about their own extinction? Are they paranoid, or are they trying to warn us about something? The question hung in the air, heavy with possibility. What kind of species obsesses over its own doom? The final preparations were a frenzy of activity. The team loaded their ship with essentials: a universal translator to decode human languages, quantum computation arrays to crunch cosmic data, and, because Bob insisted, Earth's entire collection of cute animal pictures. For diplomatic purposes, Bob declared, their toaster glowing with conviction. Nothing says we come in peace like a puppy in a hat. Can you imagine the galaxy's finest minds banking on kitten pics to save the day? As they finalized their gear, Zeal burbled a half-joking reminder. If we don't survive this, at least try to file the paperwork before we go extinct. It's tradition. The team laughed, but the weight of those words lingered. Extinction was no abstract concept, not with all those warnings etched in cosmic ruins. The approach to Earth's solar system was eerily quiet. Too quiet. The silence gnawed at the team, setting every nerve on edge. Zeal, swollen to 3 times their normal size from pure anxiety, took up half the ship, forcing Bob to relocate to a higher shelf. This is all wrong, Mech's photon observed, their light dimming with unease. The warnings said we'd face at least 2 reality-bending phenomena by now. The quantum harmonists reported space itself, trying to turn them inside out. Bob, ever the optimist, quipped from their perch. Maybe we caught the universe on a good day? Even eldritch horrors must take vacations, right? But the joke fell flat. The absence of chaos was more unsettling than any anomaly. Then, as they passed Jupiter, it happened. The gas giant winked at them. Not a metaphor. The great red spot literally closed and reopened in a slow, deliberate blink. Bob's toaster spat out spontaneous toast in shock, crumbs flying everywhere. Did anyone else see that? Zeal bubbled, their gelatinous form rippling with panic. Because I'm pretty sure gas giants aren't supposed to do that. Mech's photon, ever the documentarian, exclaimed, I got it on camera. But, oh, this is weird. It looks like a lens smudge in every single wavelength. That's technically impossible. Impossible? That word was starting to lose all meaning. The team stared at the footage, hearts, or whatever passed for hearts, pounding. What kind of planet winks at its visitors? Things got stranger near Mars. Their sensors picked up something bizarre. Earth's internet was leaking into space. Random cat videos, social media rants, and something called medieval monk memes flooded the ship's systems. Bob started humming, Never Gonna Give You Up, uncontrollably, their circuits hijacked by the void. We're being rickrolled by space itself. Bob announced, a mix of horror and awe in their voice. Their memes are achieving quantum entanglement. This shouldn't be possible with their tech. How does a species so primitive weaponize humor like that? The team scrambled to shore up their defenses, but the absurdity of it all was overwhelming. In Earth orbit, their state-of-the-art cloaking tech worked too well. Human detection systems, crude by galactic standards, shouldn't have noticed them. Yet, every conspiracy website was abuzz, posting eerily accurate photos of their ship, complete with red circles and arrows pointing to alien spacecraft. They're streaming us on something called Twitch, Bob reported, their toaster rattling. We've got 50,000 viewers, and someone just donated bits to watch me make toast. Toast? On a live stream? The team was dumbfounded. How were humans tracking them with such precision? And why were they turning it into entertainment? The first official contact came from the most unexpected source, the ship's coffee maker. It sputtered to life, printing a message in coffee stains. Welcome to Earth. We've been expecting you. Please maintain your current orbit and enjoy this complimentary Wi-Fi password. Warning, terms and conditions may apply to your continued existence. Zeal absorbed the message, literally, slurping it up for analysis. This is too organized for a species that hasn't achieved global unity. They burbled, ripples of suspicion crossing their form. Mech's photon's light refracted through the coffee drops as they pointed out. Look at these terms and conditions. Section 7b mentions reality anchoring protocols and temporal stability agreements. Since when do primitives care about timeline integrity? Timeline integrity. What were humans playing at? Then they felt it, a subtle wrongness in the space around Earth. It wasn't on their instruments. It was deeper, a gut-wrenching sense that reality was trying too hard to seem normal, like a kid whistling innocently next to a broken vase. Does anyone else feel like we're looking at a painting of a planet? Bob asked, their casing trembling. Everything checks out, but it feels like we're seeing what we're supposed to see. Zeal nodded, their form quivering, as if something's making sure we observe exactly what it wants. The idea was chilling. Was Earth real, or a cosmic illusion? Another coffee maker message interrupted their thoughts. Your free trial of basic reality has expired. Would you like to subscribe to premium reality? Warning: unsubscribed users may experience existence errors. Existence errors? Mech's photon's light flickered in panic. Is it too late to dig up our extinction paperwork? The team was spiraling, but the truth arrived via a microwave, of all things, pinging with a meeting invite as Bob tried to make popcorn. The coordinates pointed to a Waffle House in Nebraska. A Waffle House? Zeal burbled, incredulous. For a species guarding cosmic horrors, that's awfully mundane. Bob, glowing with excitement, countered. Actually, Waffle House is a human constant. They stay open through disasters. Natural, supernatural. Even that time reality hiccuped in Florida. At the Waffle House, a middle-aged man in an ill-fitting suit awaited them, sipping coffee that never ran out. His name tag read Management. Right on time, he said, folding a newspaper dated yesterday. Sorry for the cloak and dagger stuff, but maintaining universal stability while dodging corporate oversight is no picnic. Mech's photon tried to record, but their footage showed only static and, bizarrely, hash brown recipes. Reality's fuzzy here, management explained with a sheepish grin. Side effect of the containment protocols. Earth isn't guarding something. It's the guardrail. He flashed a tablet showing coordinates and dimensions that shouldn't exist. The universe isn't alone, he said. There's a multiverse, infinite realities stacked like pancakes. Sometimes they try to merge in ways they shouldn't. Zeal absorbed this, literally and figuratively. So Earth's a cosmic loading screen? A buffer zone, management nodded. Those physics-defying phenomena? Just reality leaking through. Humans aren't special. We're just great at normalizing chaos. Bob processed this. The internet's a pressure valve? Exactly, management said. We made a system so absurd it absorbs quantum anomalies. Every meme's a tiny universe expressing itself. But why humans? Mech's photon flickered. Management laughed, the sound echoing out of sync. Advanced species try to make sense of things. Humans? We see the impossible, say need, and post it online. We're stubborn enough to think reality's fine as long as Wi-Fi works. Oh, can you feel the electric hum of the universe vibrating through that Waffle House in Nebraska? The air practically sparks with revelations, each one more jaw-dropping than the last, as management, that mysterious human in a wrinkled suit, unveils the staggering truth about Earth. He pulls out a stack of papers, and, oh, what in the cosmos is this? The shadows they cast twist and writhe in directions that defy all logic, slinking into dimensions that shouldn't even exist. Every civilization that stumbled across us tried to fix things, management says, his voice steady but laced with the weight of countless ages. They saw the cracks in reality and thought they could seal them shut. But here's the real shocker. You can't fix something that's designed to work this way. The chaos? It's not a mistake, it's the whole point. Chaos as the foundation of existence? The idea lands like a meteor, leaving the team stunned. How could disorder be the secret to everything? Dr. Zeal, their gelatinous form quivering like a cosmic pudding, can hardly process the revelation. So all those warnings etched across the stars. They bubble, their voice trembling with awe. They came from civilizations that couldn't handle the truth. They found out what you're guarding and thought they could do it better. Management nods, his coffee cup mysteriously refilling itself without a single drop poured. Exactly. They tried to roll out their own, upgraded version of reality. Big mistake. Turns out, existence doesn't take kindly to being edited. Edited? The universe rejecting revisions? Zeal ripples with nervous giggles at the absurdity. Bob, that quirky AI toaster, sparks with a sudden burst of understanding, their circuits buzzing with clarity. The thing worse than humans. It's order, isn't it? Perfect, absolute order. Management's grin lights up the diner like a supernova. You nailed it. A perfectly ordered universe would collapse faster than a house of cards. Reality needs a dash of chaos to keep going, like sugar in coffee. We're not guarding some cosmic boogeyman. We're shielding the universe from the nightmare of making too much sense. Sense as the enemy? Oh, what a mind-blowing twist. Management sips his impossible coffee, the kind that seems to flicker between liquid and vapor, and leans closer. Here's humanity's real superpower, he says, his eyes twinkling with mischief. It's not our gadgets or our brains. It's our ability to stare at something utterly nonsensical and just go, sure, why not? Why not? That casual shrug in the face of absurdity? It's humanity's greatest weapon. Did you know we had to invent social media because too many people started noticing that Tuesday sometimes stretches longer than Wednesday? Management drops the bombshell like it's just another day at the office. Mech's photon's light dims, their glow flickering with stunned realization. The cat videos, are they quantum stabilizers? They whisper, almost too shocked to speak. Management nods, barely containing a chuckle. Cats naturally exist in multiple states at once. Schrödinger would have lost his mind. We just harness their quantum weirdness. Every cat video posted online helps keep the delicate balance between chaos and order. Cat videos holding the universe together? Can you even fathom that? Zeal, their form now a swirling storm of anxious ripples, summons the courage to ask the question weighing on everyone's minds. What happens if you stop? Management shudders, the air around him glitching like a corrupted hologram. Everything would become coherent. The universe would start making perfect sense. It'd lock into absolute order and, bam, blink out of existence. That's what happened to those other civilizations. They understood too much and learned why that's the worst possible outcome. The worst outcome? Perfect clarity? The team sits in stunned silence, the gravity of it sinking in. Management stands, straightening his tie, which, oh, stars above, momentarily twists into a Klein bottle, folding in on itself in impossible ways. So, what's your move? He asks, his tone playful yet laced with a deadly edge. You gonna file a report about this earth-shattering truth, try to fix it, and end up on our wall of extinct civilizations? Or do you want to sign up for our premium reality package? Unlimited data, just a few minor existential crises. Pretty great deal, if you ask me. A subscription for reality itself? Is he for real? The Waffle House buzzes with an otherworldly energy, the jukebox blasting every song at once in a harmony that should be chaotic, but somehow feels perfect. Zeal, now looking like a distressed lava lamp, bubbles with disbelief. Let me get this straight. The entire universe runs on controlled chaos? Earth's the firewall, and humans are the sysadmins who don't even understand the system, but somehow keep it running. Management laughs, the sound echoing in dimensions they can't quite grasp. You're simplifying it, but yeah, that's the gist. Think of it as cosmic improvisation on a grand scale. Improvisation? That's the key to existence. Bob's toaster pops out a piece of toast, its surface scorched with fractal patterns that seem to dance when you look too long. But what if we tell the galaxy? Bob asks, their voice trembling with the weight of the decision. Doesn't everyone deserve to know? Management sighs, and for a split second, probability itself wobbles, the air shimmering with uncertainty. Ever hear of the Meridian Collective? They tried to optimize reality, built a perfect mathematical model to erase chaos. Want to know what happened? They got so perfectly ordered they turned into a geometric proof of their own non-existence. Vanishing into math? What a wild way to go. Mech's photon flickers, their light pulsing with curiosity. Is that why humans seem to hit roadblocks on certain tech advancements? You're intentionally keeping things chaotic. Management's grin is practically blinding. Give the glowing genius a prize. Whenever humanity gets too close to cracking the code, we throw in new curveballs. Ever wonder why we came up with cryptocurrency? Nothing disrupts rational systems like convincing people to pour real money into digital daydreams. Cryptocurrency as a chaos generator? Oh, that's devilishly clever. A waitress glides over, her movements somehow arriving and departing at once, her name tag reading, also management. The coffee here's in a quantum superposition of fresh and 3 days old, she explains, topping off cups that never emptied. It's part of our reality anchoring system. The more people bicker about whether it's great or gross, the more stable space-time stays. Arguing over coffee stabilizes the cosmos? Who could have imagined? Zeal slurps a drop of the quantum coffee and, whoa, suddenly sees 17 new colors, their form pulsing with wonder. But what about progress? Evolution? They ask, grasping for answers. Oh, that still happens, management assures them, his voice warm yet firm. We just make sure it's chaotic enough to keep reality from freezing into perfect order. Think it's a coincidence we mastered spaceflight before figuring out why we sleep? Or that we've got quantum computers but still can't predict the weather? Bob's artisanal code whirs, their toaster rattling with a sudden epiphany. It's not just order, it's the heat death of the universe, right? Perfect entropy would kill everything. Both management smile in perfect sync, their grins bending the light around them. Now you're catching on. A perfectly ordered universe is a dead one. Chaos isn't just defiance, it's survival. Survival through chaos? Oh, what a thrilling cosmic waltz. The team locks eyes, their decisions solidifying like sugar crystals in that quantum coffee. Mech's photon's light shifts to a bold hue of determination, a color that shouldn't exist but somehow does. We choose chaos, they proclaim, their voice ringing with resolve. But we've got one condition. Management raises an eyebrow, which, holy stars, briefly morphs into a Mobius strip. Oh, Zeal bubbles forward, their form steady for the first time. We want to help. Not with imposing order, humans have that locked down, but maybe with documentation. Bob chimes in, their toaster glowing with enthusiasm. Every civilization that learned the truth either tried to fix it or ran screaming. None of them offered to embrace the chaos. Embrace the chaos? What a daring leap. Management's smile stretches across dimensions, a dazzling display of approval. That's exactly what we've been hoping for. Keeping chaos in check is a ton of work. We could use some outside consultants. The other management nods, her eyes sparkling. Plus, someone's got to help run our new intergalactic social media platform. Reality doesn't destabilize itself. Social media for the stars? Oh, this is getting epic. 3 cycles later, a new warning appears in the galactic archives, not chiseled in crystal or encoded in atoms, but as a social media post racking up an absurd number of likes. Earth status update from definitely not Earth's chaos management team. It declares, rating, mostly harmless. Terms and conditions apply to all future investigators. Yes, they're guarding something worse. No, you can't fix it. Yes, that's a good thing. No, we won't explain why, but we're hiring interns. P.S. Subscribe to our TikTok for quantum uncertainties and cat videos. Every like keeps entropy at bay. PPS brought to you by Waffle House, where reality's perfectly imperfect. Filed under Form X, 789B, some traditions never die. The post comes with a GIF. Zeal wrestling with a waffle in 17 dimensions, Bob's toast morphing into muffins midair, and Mech's photon's lens flares stabilizing spacetime through sheer visual chaos. It's the most viral post in galactic history, and no one can quite pin down why. But isn't that the whole point? Oh, what a gloriously chaotic universe.